we're getting ready for it. Hi, everybody. This is AI. Welcome to our new show.
That was cool.
Yeah. This is Gamer Fridge's awesome show, Raw Review. Episode, I think we're on 14. 14. And again, I'm AI. This is Mr. SeaWorld. And we're here to review all that is Raw.
Yeah.
So,
Raw. That is fun.
that's what we're doing. As you can see up in the right-hand corner is our game. What is this? What, 2019? 2009? And we got underneath this, over to the right, underneath this slideshows from Monday Night Raw. I think it was 11th. Was it the 11th? Just checking my facts here. Yeah, I believe it was the 11th. I have a calendar. Do you have a calendar?
I do not.
You can get in our Twitch chat right now, and we'll see your chats. We might reply, we might not, while we tape. So, after Mr. SeaWorld gets done doing whatever he's doing, we shall get in to Raw. Again, what do you have set up here?
I have a 6-man elimination tag team match.
This is from 2009. We were going to start showing 2016 because we could do the remote play with the PS4. We were able to do it before the official one in 2000, Windows 7. Some guy named Twisted made a version that you could play on. You could stream the PS4 to the PC, and it worked great until the update of 3.5, where the official one came out, and that broke that one. But the new one can only be in Windows 10, and everything I have set up here for Raw Review is on Windows 7. So we went back old school to the PS2 version of SmackDown vs. Raw, 2009, I believe this is. So we'll show game footage to that. Can't quite recreate Raw with 2009, but gives you something to watch. We're also sponsored by Bootios. That's what Bootios. We're still. I just want to say this before we get started. I thought it was hilarious that JBL said, we usually get, when we have a sponsor, we usually get, like, a samples. How come we don't have a bowl of Bootios sitting here? I was like, you really want a bowl of Bootios while you're commentating?
Today's episode is sponsored by Keith Apicary Action Figures.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We also have a Mr. SeaWorld is petitioning. I guess what's this guy's name? Do you know him?
It's the Demon Prince.
Okay.
Yeah, that's his name.
Demon Prince. Okay. Well, he makes action figures of figures that aren't made yet, right?
Yep.
So he takes other action figures and he recreates, like, he makes them. So Mr. SeaWorld and I are a big fan of Talking Classics, starring Keith Apicary. And Keith Apicary actually tried out for Tough Enough. Was it Tough Enough?
Mm-hmm.
Sent in a video. If you don't know who Keith Apicary is, he's the classic gaming whiz, which goes right up our alley because we soon will be launching a classic gaming show. So, big fans. He does some crazy stuff. He's always looking for the Dreamcast 2. He's big into old school. You just go check out Talking Classics. It's awesome stuff. But he wanted to be a wrestler, and he had a beef with Dolph Ziggler. And he wrestles in his underwear. Literally, his underwear. His tighty whities. It's hilarious. But we got this guy. We're trying to get him to make him a Keith Apicary action figure. And Keith Apicary, if you're out there, we'd love to have you on our show.
Yeah.
We love to talk wrestling. Love to talk Monday Night Raw with you.
It'd be awesome.
So this is an official invite to Keith Apicary to join our show. We're nobodies. We're no reason why you should, but that's every reason to do it. We're just big fans. And so
we love you.
Watch you send Screw Attack. So just give you an idea. Think your 2008 of you going through, was it 2008? One of the earlier years, going through Comic-Con, getting dragged by people in wheelchairs on the floor was hilarious.
I can see if we can get your action figure on the show.
Yes. When we get this action figure made for Keith Apicary, we'll get it on the show. So that's our shameless shout-outs, plugs, and whatnots. So, Mr. Sewell, should we get into what was considered probably for most people, not me, but for most people, the best Raw of the year?
It was a really good Raw.
I give it that. It was a really good Raw.
Anything that could make
and all the haters,
happy?
We watch a lot of other shows that do this. A lot of haters didn't hate.
They were hyped.
They were like all for this show, and I'm like, okay, it was so weird watching people being so happy because Raw was on.
How
and
crazy would it be if Keith Apicary actually saw this?
It wouldn't, it just blow my mind, but it'd be awesome.
Okay, so I'm starting off. Start off with Shane McMahon coming out.
Yeah.
Here come the money.
So,
due to overwhelming
social media support,
Shane McMahon will once again be running Raw. So, I don't know if this is good or bad. I mean, it's good.
It is good.
But is it bad?
No.
Everyone's saying this makes the WrestleMania match pointless.
It kind of does.
But it doesn't, though. 'Cause it doesn't. It really just doesn't. I still feel like that's a significant match. Like,
oh yeah, definitely. It was history in the making what he did. But
him showing how much he cared about the company showed Vince McMahon why he should be able to run Raw.
Okay. Even though he didn't get the result he wanted. Okay, I buy that. Okay.
Yeah.
I get your train of thought there. The people think it's pointless is because, okay, from what they're hearing, is Undertaker saying that was his last match.
What? No. If it was his last match, then he should have lost.
That's why people were saying that. He's personally telling people it was his last match. He's not going to wrestle anymore. He doesn't have to. He doesn't. Undertaker does not have to wrestle anymore, okay? He is the Undertaker. He can come out and scare the bejesus out of everybody, and that's fine. He doesn't have to wrestle.
I think he needs to do one more WrestleMania.
I don't.
Just because he won. Only because he won this match, he needs to do one more WrestleMania.
I don't think he has to lose anymore.
No. No, he doesn't have to lose. He can win his last match.
I don't think he loses anymore.
WrestleMania 33 can be his last match, and I'll be happy.
33?
Yeah.
Okay. I just don't think he needs to wrestle anymore.
If he's going to win this match and be able to still compete at WrestleMania, then he's going to freaking compete at WrestleMania.
Okay. So back to the actual show, as we sidetracked. Shane comes out due to overwhelming social media. So,
he is running Raw.
He's running Raw again. I believe this. This is what my take on it. They know they were in trouble. They know people hated the product, and they needed an excuse to flip the switch and add more new talent. So they're just using kind of this as a storyline. As you said, Shane McMahon's now booked for the European tour. I'm all for this. I'm all for Shane not trying to kill himself, just running Raw. And, okay, so let's get into this. So he comes out.
I think Kevin Owens got involved here, but I'm not...
Yeah, you did. Actually, there's some photos. They got in the conversation. I just can't... I rewatched the intro.
Oh, right. Okay, so Owens comes out. Shane's out, and he's just booking matches. He's just like, yo, I'm back. Yo, this is all because of you guys. Yeah, and we're having this match tonight. We're having this match tonight. We're having this match tonight. And it's all cool, and it's all good. And then Kevin Owens comes out.
There he is right there.
Oh. And then Shane is standing there like, dude, what the heck? And
right there. See? There's the whole conversation.
And Kevin Owens is saying, Shane, I got this thing. It's called the rematch clause. So I still deserve that. I still have that. I'm ready for my match. I want it right now. And he wants to fight The Miz. And Shane's just like, well, you see, you're not cool enough. Or I forgot his reason.
You don't tell me what to do. That's not how things happen around here. But
I will give you a number 1 contenders match
if
you can beat
this guy.
That guy.
And it becomes Cesaro. And then, of course, he's mad about that.
Out comes not Zack Ryder.
And so the match happens, and he loses.
Highlights of the match. Kevin Owens is the headlock master.
Yes. That was funny. Okay, love or hate Kevin Owens. He says some hilarious stuff when he wrestles. He says some hilarious things on interviews. He just he makes fun of things that are hilarious. I mean, I love his little like tearing people's signs, smacking them. He knocked down JBL's hat. I don't know if it was Monday, and he goes, "Sorry, I got a little excited," and puts the hat back on the announcer's table. I mean,
JBL's the only one he respects.
Yeah, and because he's the heel. Yeah. But I think I love that he does these little outbursts, and I'm the headlock master, and just sits there and does this stupid headlock. like that's all he's gonna.
Headlock master.
And I'm like,
he gets thrown out of the ring, and he gets really angry, and then he like smacks JBL's hat, and he's just I don't care. I want to explain it. And then he picks it up, and he's like, "I'm sorry, John. I got carried away." It was great. Cesaro won by an awesome neutralizer.
Yeah, and Cesaro was, I guess, hurt. He had tape on his arm.
Yeah, he sold that good too.
Yeah, he did. He did that injury because Kevin Owens went right at it. Good match. I was happy.
Dr. Phil and Ric Flair.
Okay.
So we have a backstage segment right now. Okay, it's
yeah, and that when I heard this last week, I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I know they bring on celebrities. I know they do things. I don't know if he promoted anything. Usually, when they bring on a celebrity, they promote something. They have something to promote. There's a reason why.
What does Dr. Phil do?
Dr. Phil is like a family therapist. Like, people go on and like tell them their family problems, and he's like, "You need to grow up."
It's funny because it's a family.
You need to grow up and get a job or something. I don't know. I never watch him. I just know of him. I know of he's very very popular. The only thing I know is he wanted to help Britney Spears one time, and so yeah, that's all I really know about him. So he comes.
Dr. Phil. Okay, so Charlotte is backstage, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta defend my woman's title." They're not even. No one slipped up and said divas yet. I have a feeling someday someone's gonna slip up and say divas.
Right.
There's gonna be a riot in the streets. There will be. You think I'm joking, but there will be. And then,
riots over. She's a diva. No, I don't think so.
You doubt the internet.
I do doubt the internet. I doubt that it exists. I doubt that it's really there.
That was your first mistake. And then Ric Flair's like, "Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh, this is so bad." And then Dr. Phil's all like, "Hey, guys, Charlotte, you good at wrestling, but Ric Flair, man, he makes you bad 'cause he's a cheater." And then he woos in Ric Flair's face.
Right. Yeah. So, like I said last week when I seen this, I was like, "What, Dr. Phil?" And I thought some of the other shows were gonna just hammer Dr. Phil. Actually, Dr. Phil is actually pretty funny. I was like, somebody else pointed this out, that somebody either got Dr. Phil caught up on what actually is going on Monday Night Raw, or he actually watches and is a fan, because he knew a lot of the backstory of Charlotte. I think he probably knows more than me, because I don't pay attention to those matches.
Yeah.
Because he's like, "You cheated. You did all these thingy. Your dad's making you bad. You need to get away from him. You need to win without cheating," pretty much. And then he, like you said, gets him Ric Flair's face, and he not woos in him. He just like totally gets up on him.
Just like, woo! I broke the microphone.
And he just kept doing that, and Ric Flair's like, "Holy cow!" And Dr. Phil's pretty big.
Ric Flair's about.
I think he could take him right now. I think Dr. Phil could knock out Ric Flair.
No, he couldn't.
Look how big he is. He's huge.
Stop.
I'm saying Ric Flair now, like he's old. But
my notes sound a lot different now. My notes say Dr. Phil versus Ric Flair. Now I kind of want to see it.
I do too. We can make that happen. We have the power of creativity in our new wrestling game.
Dr. Phil was like, Ric Flair was getting all ready. He's like, boo, boo. He's getting ready to do his woo thing, and then Dr. Phil's just like, "Nah. Woo! I'm not gonna break the mic this time."
But yeah, that happened. That was a good segment. I was like, okay, that was pretty funny.
Phil did something cool.
So far so good with Dr. Phil.
And then Shane McMahon backstage talking to Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is like, "Dude, what the heck, man? Why? Why are you doing this?
Why
man?
are you so bad and I lose?
Why you let me lose, Mr. Shane?"
He's like,
I don't
and
know
then
why.
he's talking about Sami Zayn.
But I did.
He was talking about Sami Zayn at that point, and then remember last week he put Sami Zayn through a table backstage, and then he kicked him out of the contender match.
Yes.
For the WWE Championship.
And tonight, Sami Zayn had a rematch, and
he announced that in the beginning. That was one of the matches.
And he's got a match. For if he wins the match, he gets a spot. The WWE Championship match becomes a triple threat match.
Correct.
And Owens was like, "Yeah, well, don't be surprised if something bad goes down in Sammy's match." And Shane's just like, Oh, you think bad's gonna go down? You think you can outsmart me? Get out of my building.
I love that part. I love that he did that. I love that he kicked him out.
It was so smooth.
I was like, That's awesome. I was like, okay. So I'm all for that part. That was so you like everybody else. This was a good Raw. So so far so good.
And then before the match, they made sure to show Kevin Owens being escorted out of the building, and I was like,
and then again he's doing his talking, his trash talking, his funny stuff. He's like, "Why are you looking at me? Why are you doing that? Why are you tilting your head like that?" So he's like making fun of all the stuff that they have to act like to escort him up, like they're actually the security. So he's just kind of like pointing out the fact that they're acting. I think it's hilarious. Why you putting your hand up to your head? Why you tilting? Like what are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? Huh? I just love that. I just love that about him, and it just makes me giggle.
The only people that were mad about this is the Kevin Owens fanboys.
Why? I like Kevin Owens. I
absolutely no idea.
I thought this is great because he gets mad on SmackDown. It just it's because fuel to the fire. That's fuel to the fire. That's all it is to this Sami Zayn rivalry.
That is a hard word to say.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, then after that little piece of majesty happens, I love that. It's just something about Kevin Owens being told off by Shane McMahon is just beautiful. Then we got the New Day coming out.
On point as ever.
Woo! We want the New Day. That's a chant. That's a thing now. And they're out there, and they're like, yo, much like a game of NBA Jam, the tag team division is on fire!
Right, so they announce that they're having a tournament to see who their next competitor is for the championship at the pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. And I love this idea. They should do it all the time. And then so they I'm going to pull it up here. Let's see if I got it.
That's how faces.
So they have this. So it was.
Spoilers.
Yeah, there's some spoilers in this one, but this is it so far since SmackDown. So they pull up this.
Should
this
we talk about the SmackDown matches too?
Yeah, might as well, because this is all about the tournament.
So they're out there and they're talking like,
By the way, this looked cooler when they showed it because they actually have a box of cereal tip over, and then it pours out, and then this happens.
Still need to call Kellogg about that.
And it's sponsored by Bootios.
Yes, it's the Bootios sponsored WWE Tag Team Championship Tournament. Something like that.
This is #1 contender tag team tournament, which is awesome. So these matches happened on Raw. So as we go through them, and somebody pointed out that every match on Raw mattered now.
Yeah.
That every match had a point.
That's how you got it. That's how it should always be.
Right. So that was a plus. So they decided to announce this tournament. I'm big tag team. I know a lot of people don't like tag team matches. I don't like them if they're not really a tag team. Mm-hmm. They're just thrown together.
Yeah.
Even though there was one thrown together, it had a point. At the end of this match, they did have a tag team one that was thrown together.
What? Oh.
But it helped the story. It helped.
I mean,
they have to have a point, and I'm big when a tag team that's really good, like one that's coming up, can do these crazy moves together. They do these special
cough, American Alpha cough.
So
they had an NXT tag team Dusty Rhodes Championship. It's like sponsored by Dusty Rhodes.
Oh really?
Or like Memorial tag team.
Right.
And it was won by, I think, Neville and Corey Graves.
Oh.
And Corey Graves is now a commentator on NXT because he got really badly hurt. I could be completely wrong on that.
Right.
But
anyway, this is the tournament. This is the tournament
Neville
that we're going to go.
NXT Grand Slam champion. Woohoo.
So, as you see, there's some spoilers. I can't really read it from where I'm at.
I don't have my glasses.
But
I need those. So then they talk their spiel, and then they have the first match, which is Dudley's versus the Lucha Dragons.
So
and this Dudley's win low.
Yeah, that was something happened in this match. Really weird.
That was pretty much it.
Kalisto? No,
I have no idea.
One of them got hurt bad, and the match got weird.
I'm not actually sure if someone got hurt.
But in the match, somebody got hurt, and one of the luchadors, can't remember which one, and they kind of like.
One of them's a U.S. champion.
I'm just saying they kind of, I don't know, did
woohoo! Dudley's win low.
The match got weird because they didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? He just kind of sat out of the ring. So that one was kind of...
Okay, Roman Reigns time. So Roman Reigns come out. He's talking. Then the League of Nations come out. They start talking.
Yeah, that was weird to me.
I guess they still have a beef.
If all the people that come out thinking it's going to come out with Roman Reigns, the last person you're going to think is the League of Nations.
Diet League of Nations. They don't. They're missing an important element.
Yeah, he ain't coming back.
Wade Barrett. He can come back. I need him.
We petitioned him for social outcasts, remember?
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. So, Adam Rose is doing drugs because he's a bad dude now, I guess. Well, he's not really a bad dude. But he did steroids and he got suspended.
Who else got suspended?
Connor. Connor from the Ascension.
Oh, yeah. So...
And...
So it's getting really weird.
Yeah. So our petition is to get Wade Barrett into the social outcasts until
he leaves.
Until Adam Rose can come back and
Wade about the time by the time he's leaving in June, Adam Rose should be ready to come back.
Yeah.
So that would work.
Or just convince Wade Barrett to stay. Just please.
You ain't gonna give him a belt, so.
I miss you.
He's still here. All right, keep going.
But I haven't seen him.
Keep going.
Then
we gotta keep going.
The League of Nations.
You have a limited time, so keep going.
The League of Nations are out there, and they're about to beat up Roman Reigns. Then Bray Wyatt does a thing, and he comes out, and then they beat each other up, and Roman and Bray are staring at each other like, hey, we just did a thing. Then here comes your mother. Shane comes out.
No, they fight. They start fighting.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
They don't start fighting.
Yes, they do.
They definitely do not start fighting.
Okay. Don't listen to Mr. Steve-O. When you actually
Don't listen to this guy. He's a liar.
When you actually watch it, they start fighting together. The Wyatts and Roman start fighting off the League of Nations. And
this is exactly what I just explained.
No, you said I said they started fighting, and you said no. And then Shane McMahon comes out and says, "Hey, I never thought I'd see Roman Reigns fight alongside the Wyatts, but I dig it. So let's make it a match, main event. Boom. So that's our main event."
That's what I was saying, but whatever. Okay.
And then moving on.
So, Natalya versus Charlotte.
Don't care.
Women's Championship match.
Yeah, don't care.
Dr. Phil, he was in the thing.
Oh yeah, he was commentating. That was the only funny part.
Ric Flair, he was
He cheated
and
got her to
pulled the
win.
ref out.
Cheated and got her win. Dr. Phil was disappointed.
Doc D. Philly was upset. Next.
Usos. Okay, so this was the
Usos versus Outcasts.
Okay, we'll bring it up again.
We'll
bring up the tag team thing again.
Very upset, actually.
So, as you can see. So, what was it?
Usos versus Outcast.
So, okay. So,
I was very upset with the outcome of this match.
Yeah.
Because the Social Outcasts need everything that is ever a win.
Okay, I would give this one to Social Outcasts too, I believe. Yeah, so Usos aren't as big as they want them. But
let's not focus on that right now. We need to complain about the Social Outcasts being jobbers still.
Okay, yes. We hate it. It sucks. But it was Adam Rose. It wasn't.
Maybe they didn't know about it at the time, even though
the mic is over here and we need to talk to it.
Okay,
Don't play with that.
Aw, but it's so fine.
That's great, but nobody can hear you.
Let me turn this up a little.
No,
I can't hear myself.
That means you're not talking loud enough.
Hello.
There you go.
How you doing? How you doing?
You're not in the right spot. There you're.
How you doing?
Anyway, as Mr. Seaworld learns to use the microphone, they came out. Usos won. Clean.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden.
Technically, it was a roll up. I don't know if that counts as clean, but whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's clean. It's clean, but it's like the easy way.
It was clean. Anyway, then all of a sudden these Paul dudes, come out and beat the crap out of the Usos and like take them out of commission. And everybody was flipping out. I have no idea who these guys are.
Doc Gallows and Luke Anderson.
I don't know who these guys are. And people are flipping out over the internet that these guys showed
Bullet
up.
Club.
And never heard of them.
Bullet Club.
So
I have literally been talking about this for like every day we have been doing the show.
Never heard of them. So it was like
fairly certain to happen.
For people who don't know what's going on, they're like, "Who the heck are these guys?" And it seemed like a replay of The Outsiders, which everybody should have said that the commentators should have acted like they didn't even know who they were to do like the outsider thing.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Like, who are these guys?
Doc Gallows and Arn Anderson.
So I guess these guys are
actually it's Luke Gallows now because that was Doc Gallows' name when he was actually in WWE.
So I know Luke Gallows from CM Punk days.
Yeah.
So for us not to know, who are these guys?
Okay, let me tell you what little actually I know about these guys. So they were in a stable. They're called Bullet Club. And I don't know, they would probably shoot things. Let's see here.
Who's all in the stable?
Let's see. Finn Balor.
Your game stopped too.
Oh man, Finn Balor was in it. He was called something else. Prince Devitt. I think it's pronounced Devitt. And AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, or Doc Gallows, Arn Anderson, and probably some other people I don't know about.
What was this in TNA or something?
Probably, or some indie thing.
Yeah, so I guess you guys are in Bullet Club.
That's why Balor Club is a thing. That's why you see that whenever Finn Balor comes out.
Okay. So that happened, and so people were happy. It made people giddy all about it. So I think the Usos are out, even though they're in.
I like how everyone craps on WWE, like, oh, why do they suck so much? But then someone comes up to WWE and they're like, yeah, they're in WWE now, guys. It's great.
You're right. And now they're gonna like, they sold out. We can watch them more. They sold out.
It's the internet.
But then they go back to NXT and they go, they're cool again. They're cool.
Yeah.
It just can't please people. So that the Usos see in our little chart here, the Usos are advanced, but nobody knows if they can wrestle anymore
because they got injured. And I was just sitting there like, wow, you know what, guys? This could mean that the Usos can't compete anymore in the tournament. So I guess they're gonna need someone to replace them.
The Bullet? Are they gonna be called the Bullet Club? Can they call themselves the Bullet Club? Is that
replace them? Guys, the Social Outcasts are back in the tournament.
Yeah. So they should win. Yeah, give it the Social Outcasts.
I doubt they will.
Okay, and then as you can see on our chart, the Usos are going to be facing the Von Villains.
All right.
We'll just quickly go over this. It was on SmackDown, so that's why even on SmackDown matches are going to matter now. Goldust and Fandango.
Yeah, that happened.
So
Goldust ditched R-Truth
for Fandango. Goldango or something.
Goldango.
For Goldango. And he was dancing. Go. And the Von Villains, I just don't like them.
What?
I don't like their gimmick.
They're so manly.
I don't like their gimmick. I don't like I just not digging it. I think it's impressive that they do that. It's just not for me. I don't have anything against them. It's just I just don't.
I think they're gonna win the tournament.
I don't.
Okay.
No.
We literally just agreed on this.
The Von Villains is gonna win the tournament?
Yes.
No.
Absolutely. Okay. So
these guys are gonna win the tournament.
No, they're not. Okay.
These guys are gonna win the tournament.
No, they're not going to win the tournament. Okay. So that line is all done. So.
Okay.
Well, I just realized that half of those guys are jobbers, and the other half is in the
and then we had the
bracket.
Luchador and the Dudley, so they're going against the Dudley Boys. Dudley Boys advance, but then in SmackDown we have to talk about this. Enzo Amore and Cass.
Colin Cassidy. Big Kiss.
Against the Ascension on SmackDown. If you haven't seen these guys wrestle yet, go watch that. Oh my gosh. This is what I'm talking about when you talk about tag team. Cass uses Enzo as a weapon. Literally, he throws him on his opponent every chance he can get. I mean, they got some crazy moves that are just blowing my mind. They work so fluently, and Enzo gets thrown on the dude, like his back lands and he pops up, and he's just like, bah, 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 and he just runs all over the place.
I am a certified.
Okay, never mind his mic skills. Their in-ring skills are blowing my mind. These guys are my new favorite tag team.
Are they your new favorite superstar?
No, the individual they work so much better as a unit that's.
Who is your favorite superstar?
My favorite superstar, John Cena.
Interesting.
I'm a Cena fan. And in my favorite superstar wrestling right now, I don't know if I have one. I have to think about it.
Mine's Neville.
I know yours is Neville. I was kind of digging Roman Reigns for a little bit. I kind of like Roman Reigns.
I see.
I'm probably the kid in all of us that likes all the kid stuff. All right, moving on from this. We got to keep moving.
What? Wait. Okay, so why aren't the Vaudevillains winning?
Why aren't the Von Villains? The Von Villains. What do you think? If the Usos can, they'll win. They'll win this match. They'll beat the Usos.
No. The Vaudevillains are going to go up to the number one contenders bracket, and then Enzo and Cass are going to go up to the number one contenders bracket. then the Vaudevillains are going to find a way to win because they're awesome. You know why? How I know this stuff?
How?
Because Enzo and Cass are feuding with the Dudley Boys. And the Usos are feuding with the, what you call it now? I forgot the name. Bullet Club. Doc and Narn.
Who's feuding with them?
The Usos. They got beat up.
Okay, yeah.
And then the Vaudevillains can go up to the... And then the Enzo and Cass have a beef to fill out with the Dudley Boys.
It doesn't mean that they can't win the belt, too.
Yes, it does. Okay, so then...
Oh. Is it? No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Then they can't have their match at the pay-per-view.
No. I see what you're trying to say.
And why is it wrong? Because you don't want it to be wrong.
Because I want to see Enzo and Cass against New Day. That's what I want to see. New Cass against New Day.
But which one is more likely? The new up-and-coming team, the Vaudevillains, to make a huge impact?
I don't like them, so no. I don't think it would be interesting. I think New Day would make them interesting, but...
I think it would be cool.
What are they going to say about them? Like, hey, man, why are we in black and white? I mean, what happened?
Actually, they should give them a mic to let them do their
They don't
gimmick.
talk. They don't talk.
They do talk.
They haven't talked yet.
They can talk, I swear.
I believe you.
But they're truly manly, and they have they can they're like jack of all trades type guys. They can do everything. They can sing, they can dance, they can poetry, they can that's like their thing. They can do whatever, and it's like do it at the top level.
Okay.
That's at least that's Aiden English's thing. I'm not sure about Simon Gotch. I know he can wrestle a bear. I know he's done that. So, yeah. I'm not actually sure what Aiden English did before the Vaudevillains. Or like Simon Gotch. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, that happened.
Then
anyway, we're moving on.
The Miz and Maurice are backstage now.
And people like this, and I hated it. I hated this.
You're wrong.
No, I did. I hated it. People liked it.
No blue M&Ms for Miz.
Yeah, so they acted like Miz is like a superstar. Like he plays in some good movies. Like he makes good TV.
To be fair, we haven't actually seen any of his movies, so...
There you go.
Then Maurice babbles on. The Miz mentioned Zack Ryder, so I was happy because I was like, "Hey, Zack Ryder wasn't forgotten." And he actually wasn't on SmackDown. That was great, guys.
Yeah, he came out in SmackDown. So they're trying to make these guys the power couple, the superstar couple. I can't. Maurice's voice annoys me. Her accent annoys me. Everything. It's just like just stand there and smile. That's all I want her to do because you talk and it just grates on my brain. Oh, my brain! Stop talking.
I like it better when she talks in long sentences because her accent sort of fades out, and you don't notice it as much. Maybe that's just me, but
does she wrestle? Is she a wrestler, or is she just there?
I think she has. Yeah, she's wrestled before.
Right. So
wrestled. Yeah. Then Cesaro happened.
What happened to Cesaro?
He walked in his dressing room.
Oh.
So that was fun.
Yeah, they had a little bit.
Talk some stuff. Then Styles versus Sami Zayn. This is a great match.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, actually. Yeah, it was.
Great match.
This match actually mattered. So it was Zayn if he won against AJ Styles, he would be in a triple threat match for the WWE Championship on Payback, right? Payback.
Yeah.
So that was the stipulation. So it actually had purpose. So you're like not watching a match just to watch a match. And they put on a show. I tell you what, that was a great match.
Such a good show.
I've seen some moves from Sami Zayn I have never seen before.
Like his finishing move.
I was like, what was that?
The Blue Thunder Bomb?
Yeah, I was like, holy cow. And there was a lot of kickouts,
It was such a good match, in fact, that Shane McMahon personally thanked them.
Yeah, because afterwards he was just like, wow, guys, that was awesome. That was...
And I was actually kind of surprised with who won. AJ Styles won. Is it just me? I was just sitting there like, this is, like, it could add something to the match. So I was like, yeah, they normally do that, where it just, like, adds something extra to the match.
Right. They do triple threat a lot now.
I wasn't upset with it. I was just surprised that they didn't change it. I was like, I'm not mad about that.
No, and it didn't hurt Sami Zayn that he lost against AJ. It really showed how tough he was. Tough both of them were. And they even congratulated each other. And like you said, Shane congratulated. That was a good Raw match. I mean, that was like almost a pay-per-view style, what they put on. I was like, holy cow.
They should do this more often.
Yep. So, anyway, moving on.
The highlight reel with Chris Jericho.
That turned into something else.
Chris Jericho's guest tonight is Chris Jericho.
So he interviewed himself. So he's got the same ego as The Miz.
And
they're both playing the same gimmick right now.
It's funny because it's true. And then I was just sitting there watching it. It was like, there is no one in that locker room that could possibly stand up to me. I was just sitting there like, Dean Ambrose. It's going to be Dean Ambrose.
You knew it was him?
Dean Ambrose. Ambrose. It's going to be Dean Ambrose. Yeah, I was calling it. As it was happening, I was like, it's going to be Dean Ambrose. And it was Dean Ambrose. I knew because it's Chris Jericho, and he's above Dean Ambrose, I guess, kind of. Even though he's kind of like a glorified driver at this point. Whatever.
There he is right there.
I mean, I guess if you want to put it like this, Chris Jericho put down AJ Styles at WrestleMania. So I guess that kind of built... Maybe that was the reasoning behind
I don't know,
Dean
because
Ambrose losing. I'm not happy about it still.
Dean Ambrose gave him the potted plant in Roman Reigns. Didn't they both give him something for the highlight reel?
Yeah.
And then
Roman Reigns brought the stool.
and I was like, because he mentioned that last time when Jericho took over the Miz's show, and now Ambrose comes out and with a potted plant. And they kept on like, is that potted plant real? Like it matters.
Ambrose gave him like a speeding ticket. He's like, oops, I need that. Hold up. And
he goes, oh yeah.
And then he gives him a very crumpled, ripped piece of paper that's like, this show is to be replaced by the Ambrose Asylum.
And he's like, then he paces up and he's like, okay, my first guess is Chris Jericho. And Jericho's just like heated. I'm like, this is funny because he took over Miz's show. Now his show is getting taken over by Ambrose.
Okay, wait. Let me finish my thought from earlier.
That was funny.
So, Chris Jericho beat AJ Styles at WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. And Dean Ambrose lost to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Maybe they're trying to say, like, hey, he lost to Brock Lesnar, but he can beat the guy that beat AJ Styles.
Yeah, okay.
I'm still not happy about that, though.
It's Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
And then later on...
It's Brock Lesnar.
Okay. Early on SmackDown, though, they continued. Him came out with Kevin Owens, and they're both commentating. And it was funny because Ambrose was like, I didn't want to show. I just did what I was told. You think I want to do a show? I don't even know where I'm at. And he's like, so I just put on a show. It was just funny that he's like, then he's like asking Kevin Owens to be on his show, and then he's like, "All right, I'll be on your show." And then he says something, he goes, "Nah, I'm not gonna be on your show anymore." He's all man. They just keep going back and forth, which is classic Kevin Owens and classic Ambrose, which is perfect. Those guys are great together. They just because he's like, "I'm not trying to disrespect you, dude, but you suck."
It was because Chris Jericho's like, "This is my show. What are you doing here?" And Dean's just like, "Yo, Chris, everyone wants to know. What's up with that scarf, dude?"
Yeah, he's like, "What's up with his scarf?" You can see it right there. It's a big long scarf. And he's like, totally threw him off. "This scarf costs $750. And I'm like, "Holy crap, man, you pay too much."
And then Jericho is just going off, and he's just like, "You are an idiot. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know who you're talking to. I have no repercussions. I have no rules." And Dean just goes, "So you're not going to tell us about the scarf?" It was great.
Yeah, that I like that. I loved it. It was great. Move on. Whoa.
Golden Truth backstage.
You need to find a different match because this match keeps on happening.
Golden Truth backstage segment. They're talking, and then Dr. Phil walks in, and he doesn't say anything, and he's just like, and then that's it.
That was about it. That's all you can say about those two.
Apollo Crews versus Adam Rose. My notes are just take a guess. That's all my notes say.
Apollo Crews wins. Smiles a lot, throws him up, and he's done.
Cruise control.
Yes, they didn't even mention that again. They need to come back. They need to pick up. That's what it was. Cruise control. I don't think they picked it up. So. Anyway,
there was a Baron Corbin vignette. That was cool.
Yeah.
Which was a good idea because he's not like the best on the live mic, but he's good in vignettes.
So yeah, that worked.
And I liked it. It was good. Okay, that's all
I don't know what I feel about him yet. I still don't
feel like he is the best thing to ever happen to that.
Just because.
Because his name is Corbin.
Yeah.
Main event time.
Mr. SeaWorld likes people's names who are Corbin for some reason.
You can't. I bet you don't know why. You'll never guess.
Never guess.
Roman and Bray versus the League of Nations.
Okay, this is the main event.
Yes, Bray Wyatt is a face now.
I kind of.
He was hyping up the crowd.
Yeah, he was. I don't think he's doing it.
But he was in the corner for. No, he was doing it on purpose. He was getting in the corner and getting ready for the Sister Abigail. And he was leaning up again. And he was like, "Come on, come on!" Did you not see that?
No, I missed that.
He was like, he's got like his arms over the ropes, and he's just like. She's still creepy, but he's a face creepy.
He's a creepy face.
that's like a first in a while.
And then there was a lot of tension between him and Roman. Even they're playing on the same team. Obviously, they don't like each other. Every time Roman gets in the ring, people booed him, which is working for what he's doing. So he can just ignore them. He ignores the crowd and does his thing, which I think he just continue on doing. Don't try to get heat. Don't try to get cheers. Just
do your stuff.
Do your thing. And be the man.
Okay, so
he when he came out before, he kind of rehashed that. I'm not a good guy, I'm not a bad guy.
He keeps doing that. I think starting to wonder if that's his only line.
This is 2 weeks in a row he's done it. At first, I think it was a little. Come on! I liked how he did it the first time. The second time was but I'm glad he's going that way. He's got to come up with something else. Just say, "I'm the guy."
I think that might be his new catchphrase, maybe. I think he's trying to make that a t-shirt.
I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad. I guess if he delivered it right, I think it could catch on because that was kind of Scott Hawes thing. the bad guy. And then when he was
Seth Rollins, don't sell out, buy in.
And then later on he goes, another one for the good guys. When he was in NWO, he kind of did that. So I like. It's got potential. Let's say that. The match itself.
Bray Wyatt's back in shape. I mean, he would be if he wasn't injured. Again.
Did he get injured again in that?
Not in this match, in a house show.
Oh yeah. Oh, he looked. Man, he looked skinnier to me.
Yeah.
Good
job.
Looked like he lost some weight.
Good job, man. There was a point in the match where Rusev was trying to get involved in the match, and then it just went that thing, and then
the Wyatt showed up.
Roman and Strowman are standing in front of him like, nah, brah, and he clonked him.
Oh yeah,
that was cool. I like this match. I really like this match.
I like the finish.
The
finish was sweet.
It just looked cool.
Because even though they hated each other, Roman and Bray Wyatt were working together quite well. They did some cool stuff. And then when the final pin happened, Wyatt got the pin, so he got the pop. But then Roman came and speared somebody as they came in.
Okay. So, who was it? Alberto Del Rio was going for an arm breaker, the submission on Bray Wyatt, and he reversed it into a Sister Abigail. And as he was going down for it, Sheamus came running into the ring, and Roman speared him, and it just looked cool. And then it went 1, 2, 3, and I was a happy person when that happened.
Yeah, it ended good. I like how it ended. It was great. Future feud simulation.
The only complaint I heard about that was, oh my gosh, Roman's in the main. He's the WWE champion. If he's not in the main event, that's pathetic.
Right. You can't hate because he's gonna be there.
Yeah.
You gotta hate. You can boo him all you want, but he's gonna go against the face then.
Yeah.
And they gotta make somebody a face. So that was it.
Yeah. It was good Raw.
It was good Raw. People really liked it. SmackDown continued the trend. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm kind of interested to see if they bring Shane O'Mac back. What do you think? Let's recap the whole Shane O'Mac thing. Do you think they should keep him?
Yes, absolutely. I just want to see his face more.
Yeah. I don't think we mentioned it, but Enzo and Cass did come out and do a little bit. Who they did a bit with?
Probably
was it the Dudleys?
Probably the Dudleys. I think they let the Dudleys talk the most smack this time though.
He goes, oh yeah, because the reason why you guys are here. They said some funny stuff.
Oh yeah, that was good.
They're great on the mic, so. But that was
their match in SmackDown. It was great. It was like the worst possible thing I can say about the Ascension is that they're Ascension. You know what I'm saying? How you doing?
Yeah, they had like all these bad things they could say about the Ascension. It's like they're Ascension, and now they're gone. So, again, let's look at the Contender Championship again real quick. So I want your predictions on this.
Vaudevillains.
They're
the new team. They're coming up. It would be awesome to see them win.
So this is the championship.
Maybe they'll
sponsored by Bootios.
Maybe they'll convince you.
So the Usos. I think the Usos are out and going to get replaced by the Bullet Club. That's
or the Social Outcast.
I'm
telling you,
the Social Outcast.
It's gonna happen.
Enzo and Cash is going to beat the Dudleys.
It's gonna happen, but it would be awesome if it did.
Enzo and Cash is going to beat the Dudleys.
Probably. Or what if they lose to them?
No, there's no way.
No. Enzo and Cass have lost before. They've lost big matches before.
I'm just saying they're not going to lose this
one. But what if they did, and then they're out of the tournament, and then they're like, and then the Dudleys are all like, "Yo, we told you We paved the path for you. Blah, 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 blah.
I think it works either way because if they beat the Dudleys, it's going to get the Dudleys even more mad, and they're going to start doing tricks like backstage and putting them through tables and stuff backstage.
What if?
Or they're going to do some hardcore match or something like that.
Okay, how about this? Okay, Enzo and Cass versus Vaudevillains, last match, and Dudleys interfere.
All right, I can buy that.
There you go.
I can buy that, but I know it's Vaudevillains and it's Enzo and Cass on this chart. It's probably gonna be tomorrow Raw, so we'll see. And then they're gonna do the championship match. I don't think whoever it is gonna be New Day. No, they're not. New Day's not losing their belts. I'm predicting that.
I have a theory. Okay, so they won their belts back at like SummerSlam, right? I think they're gonna hold it for a year. I think they're gonna hold it for a straight year.
For SummerSlam?
Yeah,
they should. They've done awesome things with the belt. They've been the perfect tag team champions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as far as getting that belt recognized, getting those belts recognized, getting the hype up, everybody knows who has them because they're the WWE.
They turned saying the championship's name into a catchphrase. That is awesome.
Right. And so, yeah, and they came out with Bootios cereal. If people are in chat wants Bootios. I want Bootios. We need to call up Kellogg's.
I want Bootios.
And we want some Bootios cereal. I don't want the t-shirt in the box. You should save up your money and get the box of Bootios. I want the box of Bootios.
We should just place it there.
Yeah. We don't have the graphic. We'll have the actual box of Bootios. I mean, it's like $30.
That's true.
But it comes with the t-shirt and the box. I want the box so bad.
I got dibs on the t-shirt.
Yeah. Well,
I will wear that to school.
That is our show.
Yes.
I am AI.
I am Mr. Zero.
And we will see you next time.
Wabadoo. Do 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 do.